Welcome back to Granite City Reds. I am Lewis, and yes, the Daily Record and the West Coast media could be at it again. So there's been accusations of potential incoming manager Eirik Horneland. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's kind of like Jimmy Tulane when Jimmy Tulane first joined the club. It took a bit of time to get used to saying Jimmy because I know a lot of people did say Jimmy Tulane. But apparently he's been slammed from St-Étienne fans for having a boozy culture at the club. And you know, when you do your research here, and here is the article. So it was on X this morning, and it's basically saying that St-Étienne fans have slammed players for spending their time in wine cellars and nightclubs under Aberdeen manager Eirik Horneland. But they've hit out at the way they run the club and all that at St-Étienne. Horneland left the club last week by mutual consent and has been replaced by new boss Philippe Montagnier. And Eirik fans at St-Étienne, who demonstrated last week against the club's board, released a statement backed by all of their major supporters groups, accusing the players of joining a party lifestyle. That sounds familiar to me, and I'll explain why in a minute. So in a statement signed by the Green Angels, the Union of St-Étienne supporters, and several independent groups, they stated, "We hope with the arrival of Philippe Montagnier, it will signal the end of the party for the players." So more about the abusive behaviour. No more shucking responsibility. No more soiling the jersey every weekend. No more nightclubs and wine cellars. And no more being late for training. It's time for action on the pitch. Show us that you're proud to wear this jersey to lead this club back to where it belongs in the French top flight. Now, this is where I've got a problem with it. And then this is where I'm concerned for it. So, yes, let's be honest. If this article is correct and St-Étienne players are, going out drinking all the time, they should be challenging for first place. Now, I think when Eirik Horneland departed the club, he was only a couple of points off second place. So, they were still in the fight. They still are in the fight, I believe. But this is where I've got a problem with it. So I remember, back 2015, 2016, around that time, the media's best pal and our former manager, Derek McInnes, right? He let the players have a wee bevy. I used to live in the nightclubs in Aberdeen, I'm not going to lie. And I would see the likes of Sammy Cosgrove and Dominic Ball on the piss at the time, just to name a few. There was a lot more. A lot of the players used to go to like Soul Casino or Soul Bar. But you never see the Daily Record call that out back then. You don't see, the likes of maybe Livingston players. I dare say Davy Martindale's players, because they're not on the highest wages. I dare say they hail a little bit of a party. But you don't see any other articles in Scotland about this. And I just remember like Dundee United and Dundee in particular. All their players were getting in trouble. And yeah, it would be called out on the press. But you never had them say, oh, it's the manager promoting a boozy culture at the club. You never had that at all. So yeah, it was just a very interesting article. But as I say, I think drinking in Scottish football is common. I think Scotland in general is just a drinking culture. So, like when you're looking at the likes of, McInnes in particular, when he was at the Dons, as I say, you would see Aberdeen players on the night out, even if we got beat. You'd see them in the town. So, let me know in the comments what you guys think of this. Very quick video, this one. But yeah, I just find it interesting because, sometimes I do believe the West Coast media do have an agenda, in particular against Aberdeen fans and Aberdeen Football Club. The whole thing with Celtic as well. Them with the game getting postponed. We get shafted every single time a game gets postponed. So I don't really feel sorry too much for the Celtic supporters, to be honest, because we get shafted all the time. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. I do have another YouTube channel called Scottish Man Cave if you're interested in gaming and all that sort of stuff. And there'll be a lot more Dawn's news coming on this channel. And also a big, massive shout out to everyone that's subscribed. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. It just motivates me to keep doing these kind of videos and stuff. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Stand free.